the one and only Digo Double G. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Too loped out niggas, so we're crazy. Sitting for the gangsters all across the world. Still hitting the corners in the lolos, girl. When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot. Drop it.
With Snoop Dogg in the video, and he was snorting lines off of your chest. Now, he was very married at the time.
I found out he was married when he flew me out for the BET Awards, and on stage, he's thanking his wife. I'm like,
This legendary rapper has always been about more than just music. He's been a tabloid staple, a cultural icon, and a walking drama queen. Snoop ain't your typical loud and aggressive rapper. Nah, while your faves are yelling and screaming, Snoop's just casually dropping bars. It's like he's having a conversation with you, but the conversation happens to be a fire rap song. Let's dive into the smooth, laid-back vibes in the world of none other than the D-O-double-G himself, Snoop Dogg. Oh yeah, Snoop's life has been one big party. This one promises to be juicy, so strap in. And maybe grab an oxygen mask because it's likely gonna get smoky too. Born Calvin Cortazar Broadus Jr. on October 20th, 1971, American rapper Snoop Dogg was more than just a rapper. He was a cultural icon in the making. His early days were filled with tales of hustling, hanging out with his homies, and of course, smoking that good.
When get high, he low-key chilling. I don't see no fighting. You could put 1,000 in one room that don't like each other. Put some weed in the air, them gonna be taking selfies and doing all kind of cool shit.
But way before he was allowed to touch that, his mom, Beverly Tate, was a single mom trying to raise 3 boys. Snoop's dad, Vernell Vernato, wasn't around much after he was born. Rumor has it he was a Vietnam War vet who wasn't too good at being a family man. Anyway, Snoop's mom remarried, and her new husband, Calvin Cortazar Broadus Sr., became Snoop's stepdad. That's where he got his famous name from. And as for the nickname Snoop, well, it turns out Snoop was a big fan of the Peanuts cartoon character.
My mama gave me that name, you know what I'm saying? She used to call me Snoopy, you know what I'm saying? But I just put the doggy dog in there to give it that added flavor, so you know what I'm saying, it can have a twist with it.
Yeah, now why did she start calling you Snoopy?
I can't tell, probably because I used to look like a dog.
Oh, and did I mention his parents split when he was just 4? Talk about a turbulent childhood. Back in the day, he was a church-going choir boy. Can you believe it? He used to sing and play piano at his local church. His mom was a big musical influence on him, introducing him to old-school R&B.
Throw your hands way up in the air and wave them all around like you just don't.
It's like a total 180 from the Snoop we know today. Things started to change when Snoop hit his teenage years, and we all sure can relate to that. Snoop got caught up in gang life, joining the Rollin' 20s Crips.
Long Beach, so deep. Why you talking cheap? We be sleepwalking.
His mom tried to stop him, but it was like the bad boy lifestyle kept calling out his name, and he couldn't resist. He even spent some time in jail for possession of cocaine.
I was incarcerated.
You were incarcerated.
I was on probation, and I had a toothache at the time. One of my family members was the pill lady, so I went to go see her, and she gave me a pill, and when I went to go take a test, I had a dirty test for having it. The pill that I took for my tooth was a codeine.
Oh, the pill. Oh, okay.
And I didn't have a prescription, and at that time, I didn't want to give up my auntie, so I was like, I don't know where I got it from.
Oh, I would have sent my aunt right to jail.
Can you imagine Snoop behind bars? Despite all the drama, Snoop managed to find his way into the music scene. He started rapping with his friends and recorded some homemade tapes. One of those tapes ended up in the hands of legendary producer Dr. Dre, who saw something special in Snoop.
The story was, I was at a bachelor party and my stepbrother Warren G just popped this tape in and said, listen to this, and it was Snoop's voice. I said, can we meet? We meet in the studio. Long story short, I think it was 2 days later or something like that. Snoop came in the studio. Snoop had no idea about song structure or anything like that. He just came in rapping.
And the rest, as they say, history. Dr. Dre gave him a chance to shine on his hit song, Deep Cover.
'Cause it's 187 on an undercover car.
That song was a game changer, and everyone was talking about this new rapper with the smooth flow and laid-back vibe. I mean, we can't get nothing but a G thing out of our heads. Snoop showed off some legendary counting skills on that one.
Holyfield, and now you hookers and hoes know how I feel.
Snoop didn't waste any time. He dropped his debut album, Doggy Style, and it was a huge hit. The album was so popular, it went platinum 4 times. Everyone was obsessed with songs like Gin and Juice and What's My Name.
Raise up off these NUTs 'cause you get none of it. What's my name?
It was like Snoop had taken over the world overnight. Snoop Dogg has a ton of iconic songs that have made him a legend. From Gin and Juice
Laid back.
to Drop It Like It's Hot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
He's got hits for days. He's collaborated with everyone from Dr. Dre and Pharrell Williams to Wiz Khalifa and Bruno Mars. And his songs have been featured in movies and TV shows.
Tipping like I'm dripping in paint. Up front, folk blunts like Khalifa put the weed.
This dude's been a champion for the green stuff for years. And now he's got his own weed empire.
I ain't met nobody that died from smoking weed. I'm still trying to meet one right now. Have you?
It doesn't happen, right?
I'm just saying, I've seen people die from smoking cigarettes, alcohol. Never, ever has anyone died from smoking weed as far as I can recollect.
Yeah.
He opened his first dispensary in LA called SWED. Smoke weed every day, duh. It's like a marijuana wonderland with all kinds of goodies and even a special line dedicated to his homie, Tupac. But SWED isn't his first foray into the cannabis world. Back in the day, he launched a brand called Leafs by Snoop. It might not be around anymore, but it was a major power move and showed everyone Snoop was serious about his weed.
Mine is called Leafs by Snoop. You can actually purchase it in stores in Denver, Colorado. We'll be coming to the Washington area sometime real soon. It's called Leafs by Snoop. Be sure to get you some.
Let's just say, Snoop's not shy about his love for the good stuff, and he's using his fame to make it more accessible for everyone.
Medically, I feel like it's important, not for the aspects of just enjoying it recreationally, but medically. You got to look at what it does for people who have seizures, who have cancer, who have diseases that are incurable or you really don't have too many cures for them. This is a way to treat those. Chemotherapy, all of those things. I've dealt with people who had cancer and felt like, chemotherapy was the worst thing in the world until they had some edibles or they smoked a joint or they had some sort of medical marijuana to ease the pain and help them through it with less side effects. See, that's the key, is the side effects. When you take all of those pills and all of that, the side effects may be death, the end result.
Now that's what I call a true cannapreneur. Keeping with the cannabis theme, Snoop Dogg went from gangster rap to reggae. I mean, he's always been a chameleon when it comes to his music, but his 360 blindsided us. In 2012, he even changed his name to Snoop Lion and dropped a reggae album called Reincarnated.
The wall here and I'm a star.
I'm like a lion that see a deer when I hear good music. I get turned all the way on, like I'm ready to go kill. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a bunch of deers when I kept hearing all that new music and ideas, because I was in a fresh place. Usually when I'm in the studio, I'm in control. I'm the one dictating, but that studio with them guys, I was just peace. So I throw something out, add on to something that was already rocking and rolling.
Total left turn, but the fans loved it. But Snoop didn't stay in reggae land for long. He eventually returned to his rap roots and dropped some fire albums like I Wanna Thank Me.
Last but not least, I want to thank me.
And let's not forget his epic performance at the Super Bowl halftime show in 2022. It was one for the books, and everyone was talking about it. In the same year, he acquired Death Row Records, the label that launched his career, marking a significant moment in his legacy.
The opportunity to purchase Death Row Records came from good business, knowing people, pursuing the goal by getting it, trying to bring a whole new breath of fresh air to it, a new life of business, revenue streams, giving it the same feeling that it had, but with a more mass appeal to it where it's approaching and lovable and warm and not so threatening.
Apart from music, Snoop Dogg has ventured into film and television. He also founded his own production company, Snoopadelic Films, and has appeared in numerous other movies and shows like Pitch Perfect 2.
Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening?
The way I sound in my eardrums, this is immaculate, man. Groovy like a drive-in movie.
Fun fact, Snoop Dogg's daughter, Corey Broadus, is a huge fan of the Pitch Perfect franchise. And practically begged Snoop to get in on the action for Pitch Perfect 2.
Wait, hold up. Man, I sound awesome right now. What are you talking about?
You've got to love a guy who's willing to pop into a movie just to make his kid happy. Did you say family goals? Well, I don't know about that because the rumor mill has it the tea is boiling over with Snoop Dogg. A woman, known as Jane Doe, has come forward with some shocking allegations, churning tales of infidelity on Snoop's part. And let me tell you, it is not pretty. Now the tea is boiling over with Snoop Dogg. I mean, major drama alert, honey. A woman who chose to use Jane Doe as her name came forward in 2022 with some shocking allegations. Jane Doe sued Snoop and his friend Bishop Don Magic Juan for allegedly assaulting her back in 2013. She's claimed they used some kind of intimidation tactics to get her to do stuff she didn't want to, and it all went down at a recording studio. Snoop's denied everything, of course, but it got ugly. Allegedly, the woman met Snoop and his friend after a concert, and they all went back to his studio. She claims she fell asleep in the car and woke up to Bishop Don Magic Juan forcing her to do things she didn't consent to. We're talking the oral kind, honey. Then she says Snoop followed her to the bathroom and did the same thing. She accused them of sexual assault and demanded a huge payout. Snoop's team fired back. They denied that she was ever employed by Snoop, even though she claimed she was a dancer in his shows. Oh, you bet there's more. They went ahead to add that she was just trying to make a quick buck. The exact words are disgraceful and shakedown scheme. And is there some truth to that? Your guess is as good as mine. Because remember that iconic 2022 Super Bowl performance that we talked about earlier? Well, that performance was just a few days away when news of this explosive lawsuit got out. It gets juicier. Snoop Dogg faced even more heat after posting a cryptic Instagram message that many believed was a dig at the woman accusing him of sexual assault. In the post, Snoop Dogg claimed it was gold digger season. And while he didn't mention any names, it was hard not to connect the dots considering the timing of the lawsuit. Talk about a spicy situation. Well, hold on to your hats because Snoop Dogg scored a big win as the lawsuit was totally dismissed. It turns out Jane Doe didn't bother to refile her amended complaint on time, which pretty much sealed the deal for her case. Can you believe it was the third time she's tried to take him to court? First, she dropped it voluntarily, and then the judge tossed it out. Her third attempt was full of serious claims: sexual assault, sexual battery, and defamation. Referring to the Instagram post, she even accused Snoop of threatening and intimidating her to keep her from mediation. But the judge wasn't having it and ruled that her claims had no merit. Now, someone who didn't go to court and is claiming she had no idea Snoop was married is internet personality Selena Powell. The rumors of an affair have taken over the media, especially after Powell made some jaw-dropping claims about their supposed hookup. She spilled the tea, saying they got together while he was still married.
He answered with his full face on the camera.
Sorry, I'm like in the middle of getting ready right now.
In an interview, she recounted their encounters, revealing she only found out he was hitched after he flew her out for an event.
I found out he was married when he flew me out for the BET Awards, and on stage he's thanking his wife. I'm like,
I find it so ironic how literally the next day was the BET Awards and he was preaching about his love for God and how he loves his wife.
According to Powell, Snoop Dogg offered her a cool $20K to keep quiet about their affair and make up for the situation. Snoop Dogg responded to the allegations in a new song where he expressed remorse for his actions and the impact they had on his marriage.
I'm tired of saying sorry for the same shit. Damn, they lost my queen around with that lame bitch.
While he didn't name Powell directly, the lyrics clearly reference the affair and the pain it caused. Snoop Dogg's wife of 27 years, Shantae Monique Broadus, then makes some seriously emotional posts amid all the affair rumors. First up, she shared a meme that read, "You ever watch somebody you love turn into somebody you don't know?" with the caption, "Where did we go wrong?" paired with a sad face and broken heart emoji. Ouch. It's pretty clear she was feeling the weight of the drama, and fans are convinced it's aimed right at her husband and those scandalous allegations.
First and foremost, you know, the deal with Snoop Dogg, like, she's just a strong black woman and she's my backbone and she understands what's real.
The scandal sparked a lot of rumors and speculation, with many fans wondering if Snoop Dogg's marriage will survive this latest drama. 'Cause, I mean, how much can a strong black woman take? Meanwhile, Snoop's been trying to make amends with his wife. He's been showering her with public displays of affection and emphasizing their long-standing relationship.
Because you got to understand that the turmoil and the stuff that I put her through in my journey on becoming successful, because I had no understanding of what I was doing her, how I was hurting her, and how I was betraying myself until I became a man and realized that I need to love this woman who loves me and had my kids and put my life in perspective and let my music and my business be secondary. What is it about Shantae? She understands me. She's a great mother, a tremendous grandmother, an excellent wife, a great friend. She know how to push all of my buttons to make me act a mother fool or either to make me act cool. And I love it. And I just think that over the years, she's grown with me to know what I do and how I do it and to give me the space to do it. Because in relationships like this, it's a rocky road in the beginning because success is new to both. So some things you say, well, I want you to be a part of, some things I don't want you to be a part of to protect you, but not knowing that she should have been there the whole way to protect you. So you learn as time goes by and say, okay, now I've learned you're in control. You run this, you run that, because I make bad decisions. So that's why we're a partnership.
They renewed their vows, and in 2021, 52-year-old Snoop Dogg hired his wife, Shantae, as his official manager. Shantae now oversees Snoop Dogg's career through her company, Boss Lady Entertainment. This major step shows just how much Snoop Dogg trusts his wife and values her input, both personally and professionally. They're building an empire, and Snoop's net worth is estimated at a massive $160 million, with his fingers in a lot of pies. From music to food to fashion. I mean, he's got a cereal brand, an ice cream brand, his own clothing line, and more. While Snoop Dogg has certainly had his share of ups and downs, he's also shown a softer side. He's been involved in various charitable causes, and he's become a more mature and reflective person over the years. And let's be real, he's one of the most entertaining and influential celebrities of our time. From wild parties to family feuds, Snoop has always kept us on our toes. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that he's a true icon.